Hello everyone, how are you all? I think you all are fine. So this is the second video of our lecture series which is based on body movement. Here we will discuss about the human skeletal system, what are the bones that are present inside the human body and how it operates. Okay, so first thing is function of human skeleton. Why human skeleton is present? What is the necessity of human skeleton? It brings the structural framework to the body. Skeleton maintain a definite shape of our body. It is present in almost all higher organisms. It helps in the movement of body from one place to another place. With the help of skeleton, we can move from one place to another place. Now, what is the basic of bones? In case of human, 206 bones are present in the adult phase, but initially when the birth takes place, the baby contains 300 bones, and out of the 300 bones, some are merged with one another to form 306 in the adult phase. Similarly, in other organisms, the number of bones are different from one another. Bones are made of connective tissue reinforced with calcium and specialized bone cells. Most of the bones also contain bone marrow, where blood cells are made. It is placed where lymphocytes are formed, because lymphocytes are of two types. One is T lymphocyte, another is B lymphocyte. All the lymphocytes are born in the bone marrow, but some are matured in the bone marrow, they are called B lymphocyte, while some are developed in the thymus gland that is present in human body, so they are called T lymphocytes. These lymphocytes act in the defense mechanism of body against different type of disease. The X-ray, by the X-ray we can see the bone structure of our body, the skeletal structure of our body can be seen with the help of X-ray. Now come to the division of human skeleton. In order to study the human skeleton and in order to get it easy to study, we divide the human skeleton into four main parts. Number one is the skull bone. Number two is the limb bone. In the limb bone, two type of limbs are there. One is your forelimb, another is your hind limb. In the third one, the rib cage or the shoulder bone, the rib cage and the shoulder bone. And the fourth part is the pelvic bones. Now come to the skull bone. We all know that skull bone is present in the head region and its most important function in order to protect the brain. We know that brain is the most important part of human body. It operates our whole body. So it's necessary for our body to protect the brain from the external injuries. So skull is there. There are different type of bones that is present in the skull. One is your cranial bone, another is your facial bones. The bones which are forming the cranium are called cranial bones, while the bones which are present in the face region are called facial bones. Together these two are 22 in number. The bone that make up cranium are called cranial bones. You can see the bones, the cranial, 8 cranial bones in this picture, where 2 parietal bones are there, 2 temporal bones, one in this side, another in this side. 2 temporal bones are there, 1 occipital bones that is present here, 1 frontal bone, 1 sphenoid bone, and 1 ethmoid bone that is present in the depth of our eyes. So this is the 8 cranial bones which together form the cranial cavity. Besides this, the bones which are present in these regions are known as the facial bones. You can see this in the skull. What is the basic structure of the skull? You have seen it in earlier also. So now come to the limb bones. We all know that limb bones are the important part of the human body. There are 4 limbs. They are divided into 2 types. One is your forelimb, another is your hind limb. So what is forelimb? The upper 2 limbs of the human body, which converted into hand, are called forelimb. It contains humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, digits and phalanges. In some organisms, 4 limbs are modified into wings in case of birds, flipper in case of penguin, and hands in case of human. According to the need of organism, limbs are modified like in case of horses. They have big front limbs. Like in the camel, in case of giraffe, they are modified front and hind limbs. And in case of human, at the shoulder region, ball and socket joint is present, which we have already studied in the first video. It present the ball and socket joint allows the 360 rotation of the hand, and in the elbow region, hinge joint is present. So here, the ball and socket joint which is present in the shoulder region will attach with the humerus bone at the glenoid cavity. Then this humerus bone attached with the radius and ulna. Here the radius and ulna is present. After that, your carpals, metacarpals, then the digit and phalanges are present. In some organisms, limbs are modified. We have already talked about it. In the palm region, here the carpals and metacarpals are present, and in the digit, the phalanges are present. Here you can see in the picture the humerus is there, the radius ulna is there, the carpal bones, the metacarpal bones, the phalanges, it is clearly shown in this picture. So then the humerus, then the radius ulna, there two bones are jointed, then comes the carpal bones, then the metacarpal bones, then the phalanges which are present in the fingers. Like forelimbs, now move to the hind limbs. Hind limbs are also important like forelimbs. There are 30 bones that are present in one hind limb. So as a whole, hind limb contain 60 bones. Out of these 60 bones, 30 are present in one limb and 30 are present in another limb. Among these 30 bones, there are several type of bones like one femur is there, one tibia, another is fibula. These all are one in number. Patula is also 1 in number, but when it comes to tarsals, it is 7 in number, and metatarsals are 5 in number. Phalanges are 14 in number. Femur is the largest bone, and as a whole we can count that 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 7 11, 11 plus 5, that is your 16, 16 plus 14, 30 bones. So one limb contains 30 bones. You can see in the picture that they are attached with the pelvic girdle. From there, the bones are there. The thigh bones, that is the femur, is the largest bone of human body. You can see clearly in the pictures. The hip joint which attach the femur with the hip bones. The femur, tibia, fibula, tarsals, phalanges, fibula, you can see that. Now it's time to see about the rib cage. So we all know that 12 pair of rib cages are there. 24 rib bones together form a cage-like structure. Cage-like structure that is called rib cage. Rib cage protect the major organ of human body like heart. We all know that heart is working 24/7. It is made of a specialized type of tissue called cardiac muscles or cardiac tissue. So this cardiac tissue is working every time, so it need to be protected from external injuries. So rib cage is there. It protect heart and lungs. At the one end it is attached to these rib bones are attached with the sternum, while the another end it is attached with the vertebral column. First 1 to 7 ribs are attached directly to the sternum. Sternum is present here, directly attached to the sternum. 8 to 10 number of ribs are attached with the costal cartilage called false ribs. And last two, 11 and 12 number of ribs are do not attached with anyone, that are called are floating ribs. They are not attached, they are present in the backside region. Here you can see that there are clavicle is there, scapula, sternum, ribs, costal cartilage, floating ribs. You can see that 1 to 7 are the actual ribs. Then 8, 9, 10 are the false ribs, and 11 and 12 are the floating ribs. They are not attached to anyone. You can see you can see it in the picture that the last two ribs are not attached to anything. They are called floating ribs. Now come to the pelvic bones. Pelvic bones are present just below the stomach. Different bone like hip bones like ilium, acetabulum, ischium, pubis, coccyx, sacrum are etc. like bones are present there. Shape of the female pelvic bone is different than the male. Female has wider because they have to carry the baby inside it. So they have wider pelvic bone as compared to male. It can be identifying features between the male and female. Now come to the backbone. Backbone is the most important part of our body because it contains spinal nerve inside it. The spinal cord is there. So it starts from the neck and move onwards in the dorsal side. It is present in the backward, that is the dorsal side. The side is the spinal cord will move containing spinal nerve. Backbone is made of many small finger-like bones or ring-like bones. They are called vertebrae. This is one of the identifying feature of vertebrae. We know that all organisms are divided into chordates and non-chordates. So chordate are again classified as vertebrate. The basic three identified feature of chordate is the post-anal tail, vertebral column, and they are pharyngeal gill slits in the nerve, dorsal hollow nerve cord. These are the identifying feature of the chordate, and among them vertebrate is present. The organisms which contain vertebral column are called vertebrates. So it is your homework that you have to draw a structure of human skeleton and identify different bones. Second one, I am showing a picture to you. Level it and draw it in your copy. This is your homework. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Stay inside home. Be safe.